Think of the James Harden.
Like what?
Like
I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even I see certain, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say it.
See the comment.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying? See how they.
Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and normal? You girls.
Slim Thug just slipped up and let loose the one name Lil Baby has been trying to bury for years, and it shook the internet. Forget the quiet whispers and DL rumors people have been tossing around. Slim didn't play subtle. He looked dead into the camera, smirked, and went straight for the jugular. According to him, Lil Baby isn't who the streets think he is, and it all comes down to his alleged secret affair with music powerhouse Michael Rubin. You can literally see the moment Slim drops the bomb, and whether it was intentional or not, the man looked way too satisfied finally letting it spill.
We ain't going for it. We staying in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
And Lil Baby, he's not about to let that slide. He's been on edge, crashing out, ranting, and going off on anyone who dares speak on his name. He's been warning people to mind their business and even threatening to put hands on Slim Thug if they ever lock eyes in person. That's got people asking the question no rapper ever wants floating around. Has Lil Baby been faking his whole tough street guy identity this entire time? Because if Slim Thug's claim about Rubin is true, then it's not just a rumor. It would mean Mike Rubin has been the hidden force fueling Lil Baby's rise to the top all along.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Get up, Mike. Get up off me.
The crazy part, Lil Baby has never been the type to entertain internet gossip, but the moment Slim Thug let that video loose, it hit too close to home, and Lil Baby snapped. He jumped on IG stories, dropping a cryptic message. Dudes love talking until ish gets real. Then what? The post was gone almost as fast as it went up, but gossip blogs had already grabbed the screenshots and blasted it across every platform imaginable. He didn't mention Slim Thug by name, but anyone paying attention knew exactly who that smoke was aimed at. The whispers grew louder, and suddenly everyone was putting two and two together, and the picture wasn't looking good for Lil Baby. The most obvious target for Lil Baby's cryptic IG shots was Slim Thug, and fans wasted no time diving into both of their feeds, hunting for clues, shade, or anything that connected the dots. That's when people realized Slim had been throwing low-key shots for weeks, and now Lil Baby had finally decided enough was enough. What lit the match? According to fans, it all came down to an outfit Lil Baby wore during a performance. The fit showed off his thighs and featured a little tank top, shorts, and a pink belt, something Slim clearly took as the evidence he needed. The moment Slim saw that video, it was like his suspicions clicked into place. To him, this wasn't just fashion. It was proof Lil Baby was playing Sugar Baby to powerful men like Michael Rubin. For those who missed it, the outfit sparked chuckles online, quickly snowballing from whispers to bold claims about Lil Baby's sexuality. And Slim, he jumped online with no filter, his brows furrowed, his tone dead serious. Slim ripped into Lil Baby like he was disgusted, calling him out as everything wrong with hip-hop right now. He even went so far as to call Lil Baby a girl for the way he dressed, and you could practically feel the frustration pouring out of the screen. Slim wasn't holding back, and he wasn't laughing. He was heated, but Slim didn't stop there. Even Young Jock caught some strays in the middle of the rant. Slim dragged Jock's crop sweater look from a recent show, the one where Jock's belly was out mid-performance. Slim lumped it all together, calling the outfits a sign that the game had lost its edge.
Look how they got y'all dressing. Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girls. You is all the way girls, man. Following y'all favorite rappers. D-Ray Davis, my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's in the flu in my era. I'ma just say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put your towel tee on or something, man. Before y'all be doing all this other, y'all turning all the way to girls. What the, like even the girls know it. The girls look at y'all like girls. It's weird, bro. Like, I don't know. what happened?
For Slim, this wasn't about clothes. It was about exposing what he believed was a deeper truth. And then fans dug up something that made Slim look like he wasn't just talking out of anger. They pulled up an older photo of Lil Baby and Michael Rubin side by side, pressed close together. The smiles, the body language, the way they leaned into each other. It suddenly looked less like a group picture and more like an intimate moment caught on camera. And right on cue, 50 Cent reposted it with a wild caption that had everybody buzzing, "What the F is going on here?" That's what sent the internet spiraling into chaos. Within hours, people were digging up old receipts, convinced they had proof of what had been whispered about for years, that Michael Rubin and Lil Baby's connection went way beyond the studio and might have stretched straight into the bedroom. That single photo became the smoking gun for fans who swore they had finally put two and two together. From there, the jokes got nastier and the conspiracy theories only grew louder. Every single picture of Lil Baby standing next to Mike Rubin suddenly transformed into evidence, and fans started piecing things together like detectives. One particular photo had everyone convinced they had finally cracked the code. But before breaking down the receipts, people had to take a step back and look at this alleged sugar daddy himself, Michael Rubin. And trust, this guy isn't some random industry face. He's a major shot caller. Most people know Rubin as a powerful music executive, but his name has been whispered in connection with some of the industry's shadiest dealings, especially the kind tied to other men. His name has been floated around those infamous white parties Diddy used to host, and that alone has people side-eyeing his every move. But in recent years, the whispers shifted. People started saying he had taken a special interest in Lil Baby, and they weren't exaggerating. Wherever Lil Baby popped up, Mike Rubin seemed to be right there too, lurking in the background, courtside at games, riding private jets, cheesing at the cameras, rubbing elbows with billionaires. It wasn't just about funding Lil Baby's career. Fans believe Rubin has been shaping his entire lifestyle. And this is where Slim Thug's comments cut deeper, because what he was exposing didn't just make Lil Baby look suspicious. It cracked open the cover he's been holding up for years. Remember that performance clip Slim zeroed in on? The short shorts weren't the only thing people saw. Fans noticed something else. Brand new tattoos splashed across Lil Baby's thighs. One read 90s Baby and another inked along his leg spelled CBFW. Now here's why that blew minds. Lil Baby has always been tattoo-free. He said in interviews that he avoided tattoos because he didn't want to look ghetto and risk opportunities down the line if he ever stepped away from music.
So what's the reason why you made sure in the world of tattoos you don't have any?
That was really my only reason, like, for being younger. Like, I don't want no tattoos. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no thug. You feel? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn. Everybody like this now, then.
So why go from proudly ink-free to suddenly having giant, bold tattoos in spots that couldn't be missed? Once that clip hit the internet, fans zoomed in, screenshotted it, and ran wild with captions calling it a brand, a permanent tag marking him as Rubin's personal boy toy. And the theories got so loud, Lil Baby felt he had no choice but to address it. But when he finally spoke up, instead of silencing the noise, his explanation only added more fuel. His attempt to play it off made the whispers louder than ever, and suddenly, fans started looking into his personal love life for answers. What they uncovered made the tattoos look tame in comparison. At first, Lil Baby tried to brush everything off, denying any shady ties to Rubin and even waving off that infamous photo as nothing deep. But by then, people weren't buying it, not one bit. He brushed it all off by saying that he and Mike were just play wrestling when the camera caught them in that questionable moment.
We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
Lil Baby even sat down on Lil Yachty's podcast and claimed he had security footage that would clear the whole thing up once and for all. But here's the problem. He never dropped that footage. And on the internet, holding back receipts is basically the same as a guilty plea. If you've got the proof and you don't show it, fans assume the worst.
You feel me? Like,
That's when things got messy, because his own baby mama, Jada Waiter, stepped into the spotlight with comments that flipped the whole story upside down. She said the real reason she finally left the relationship was that she kept trying to make it work, but Lil Baby eventually showed her his true colors. She didn't spell it all out, but the way she phrased it left just enough room for speculation, and fans instantly tied it back to the whispers about Mike Rubin.
When somebody show you who they are, the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe it.
The suspicion only grew when Instagram model Teresa LaVie jumped on a podcast and dropped her own story about a hookup with Lil Baby. According to her, he did some things in the bedroom that made her strongly suspect he was bisexual.
Lil Baby's ass. He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby has slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it, you know, you got a lot of people, that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
She didn't even need to say too much. The hints were more than enough to keep fans buzzing. But what happened after that is what really flipped the sugar daddy rumors from simple gossip to something that looked a whole lot like reality. Because while people were already questioning Mike Rubin's role in Lil Baby's career, it was his gambling confession that sealed the deal. See, Lil Baby admitted he once blew through over $9 million in just 2 days during a wild gambling spree. And when it seemed like he was spiraling out of control, guess who swooped in to fix the situation? None other than Mike Rubin himself. According to Lil Baby, Rubin personally called casinos to have him banned so he couldn't even place bets anymore. To fans, that wasn't just concern, that was power. And it made their whole relationship look way deeper than what either of them was willing to admit. At first, Lil Baby's gambling story sounded like nothing more than a friend stepping in to keep him from spiraling, but once the other receipts surfaced, fans started seeing it differently. To them, it looked less like a buddy helping out and more like a boss protecting his investment, making sure Lil Baby didn't embarrass him in public. And of course, the internet immediately drew comparisons to another infamous pairing, Diddy and Clive Davis. And if you know how that saga ended, you understand exactly why people are side-eyeing Lil Baby's path and saying he might be headed down the same dangerous road. The biggest mystery now is simple. Who's really pulling the strings here? Meanwhile, Slim Thug is showing no signs of letting up. He's still online, tossing out subliminal jabs, reposting old clips, and basically daring Lil Baby to say his name straight up. And Lil Baby? That's what has everybody puzzled. After all the heated rants and cryptic subs, he suddenly went ghost. No IG stories, no tweets, no interviews, just silence. But in this game, silence always speaks. It usually means one of two things. Either you're secretly plotting a major move or you got nothing left to say. The problem for Lil Baby is that with Slim Thug pushing harder, Mike Rubin's name trending nonstop, and fans pulling out new receipts every other week, staying quiet doesn't make him look strong. It makes him look guilty. So now the real question everyone's whispering is clear. Is Lil Baby protecting his public image or protecting Mike Rubin? Because if Slim Thug drops just one more explosive receipt, this whole situation could jump from gossip and IG shade to a career-ending expose that no amount of silence can save him from. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.